Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh. So good to see you. Today I have for you a fragrance review from the House of Guerlain, just in time for the arrival of fall. This is L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme, the Eau de Toilette version. Here's a look at the bottle. This is a new bottle design as of 2016. Guerlain started putting the L'Instant line in these. They are putting now a lot of the men's classic designer line fragrances in these similar bottles, just with different colored caps and the different labels. So I don't know if that's a way for them to maybe cut costs on some of these older fragrances, and maybe a way to keep them around without having too much of an overhead cost for all the different styles of bottles. Not really sure about that, but I don't really mind it. This is the Eau de Toilette. There is also an Eau de Parfum. L'Instant de Guerlain was first a fragrance for women, and they followed it up with the men's. The Eau de Toilette came first, and that was in 2004. The perfumer is Beatrice Piquet. Notes are in the top, we have bergamot, lemon, star anise, pepper, and elemi. The heart notes are jasmine, hibiscus, tea, and smoke. And the base notes are sandalwood, patchouli, and cacao pods. Now, the scent profile for this fragrance is sort of a warm, spicy, but it also has some citrus elements and a slight freshness from that citrus. It really opens with this front and center citrus. It's a slightly dry lemon that's really well blended together with kind of a rindy bergamot, almost like the peel, of a bergamot. Put those together with star anise, which is kind of an herbal, slightly sharp note. It's typically used in a lot of what we call men's barbershop fragrances. This does not have like that barbershop-y vibe, but it just shares that trait with barbershop fragrances, the anise, as well as the elemi, which is a resin that kind of binds everything together and has a slightly camphorous or mentholated vibe. And so when you first put this on and smell it, it has those citruses, kind of slightly mentholated citrus. Doesn't smell like a lemon cough drop or anything like that, but just really tastefully done. Everything in this fragrance is really well balanced and well blended. Throughout the life of this fragrance, you're gonna get many different faces, many different facets. It really develops in different stages, but at no stage does anything scream out or beat you over the head. Every note is always blended with at least 2 or 3 or 4 other things in each stage of the fragrance. And so that first stage is those citruses with a little bit of that herbal vibe and the resin. As the fragrance develops, we get into the heart, where there is this smoky tea accord. There's also some outliers like pepper and the florals like jasmine. You never really get too much of those. There's a slight spiciness you get from the pepper, and there may be a little bit of a headiness that the jasmine is giving, but you never really notice much of a floral vibe in this one. As you get into the base of the fragrance, and really these start creeping in from the start, is the cacao, the patchouli, and the sandalwood. And I think the stars of the show for this one are the cacao and the patchouli. They are blended together in such a way that neither one ever really shows its face too strongly. They're really blended quite masterfully. That cacao is sort of a dry, almost dusty, like cocoa powder. Can be slightly bitter, not milk chocolatey or anything, but more like a bitter, dark chocolate type of thing. That mixed with that earthy patchouli, and then that smooth, almost creamy sandalwood rounds everything out and really puts everything together into a nice package. Really just a wonderful fragrance for fall, for the beginning of the autumn time. This is my favorite fragrance for the beginning of fall. People always say this, this is summer in a bottle, this is fall in a bottle, kind of I almost get tired of people saying everything is something in a bottle, but if anything was going to be fall in a bottle, it's this L'Instant de Guerlain. Really is fall in a bottle, and to me, the EDT is the beginning of fall, the EDP is the end. So, you know, like I said, this has many different faces that it wears, and I feel like the season of autumn has many different faces that it wears. So it pairs really well with that. You know, some days are going to be really cold, others hot, or even in the same day you get really cold morning and a really hot afternoon only to turn cold again. This fragrance stands up on those days. It can really stand up to some cold, and it really can shine through a good bit of heat without becoming too cloying. And for that, it's super versatile. You're going to be able to wear this to the office, on a date, out to dinner. You know, it really is quite versatile. You could dress it up in a suit and tie. You could dress it down, you know, casually in a flannel and a beanie and jeans and boots, you know, jean jacket, leather jacket, a hoodie, whatever you're wearing in fall. I really feel like this fits in the same way that fall, there's all kinds of different clothes that you bring out for fall. This really fits that, and it really just fits the entire motif of the season of fall. Pricing for this one, $95 retail for the 100 ml bottle, which is, that alone is pretty good. I would definitely pay that. I think it's worth it. But then taking into consideration, this can be had at amazing discounts. I got this bottle for like between $40 and $45 on fragrancenet.com, and at that price, this one is a no-brainer. You can get this and the eau de parfum concentrations for probably a little bit less than the retail price of just one of them. Like I said, the eau de toilette is quite a bit lighter, quite a bit more of the citrus in it compared with the EDP. The EDP is a lot more of the cacao and patchouli, those dark notes, those earthy, more heady notes. This has a lot of light in it. It's like it literally has beams of light. When I wear it, it just reminds me of that. It just makes me think of like beams of light kind of resting upon, you know, the earthy patchouli, you know, almost like a, you know, almost like a hillside in the fall that the sun is shining on. Maybe there's trees with you know, beams of light kind of going through the leaves. Some of those leaves are falling on the ground. You have the green grass peeking up between the, you know, fallen different colors of leaves. And so you have this tapestry of sort of the freshness of the end of summer, and then the crispness and more earthiness of fall. Really the perfect sort of quintessential fragrance, in my opinion, for fall. The performance is also no slouch. To me, it wins in every category of performance. The overall longevity is slightly above average. I would say 9 to 10 hours on the skin. So definitely going to get you through the day. The projection is a little less than that. I would say more of a moderate sort of average projection, half an arm to a full arm's length. You know, scent bubble around you, and then you know, moderate projection to where you're never going to really fill a room with this, but it's not really a skin scent either. It wears to where as you move around throughout the day, you're going to smell yourself. You're going to be able to enjoy it yourself when you wear it, as well as others around you are really going to enjoy this one without ever getting like beat over the head with it. It's not going to announce your arrival into the room or anything like that. And so just really a middle of the road fragrance when it comes to the performance. So that's about it for L'Instant de Guerlain, the eau de toilette. I will probably be having a review on the eau de parfum coming soon. These are in this new design of bottle. Some say they've been reformulated. So to me, the EDT smells exactly the same as the old design bottle. The EDP may not be quite as close to the same, but we'll talk about that when the time comes. But as for the eau de toilette, it smells exactly the same to me as the older bottles. So if you're worried about that, getting the new design of bottle or whatever, don't worry about it. It's the same. I put them side by side, one on each hand, and wore them for the duration of the wearing, and they perform the same. They smell the same. To me, you know, unless I am just completely mistaken, to me they're exactly the same fragrance, at least for the EDT. Let me know in the comments if you've had any experience with the different formulations of L'Instant. I always like to read and respond to your comments. down below. And if you'd like to do this again sometime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again right here at the Smells Like Fragrance channel for another video. Thanks so much for watching.